Welcome to today's Retirees with Certified Financial Planner Wayne Maslyk of Great Lakes Benefits and Wealth Management. Today's program, we are going to continue our discussion about the coronavirus, this chaos that's happened in the financial world and the political world. I mean, everything just like they took the bucket and turned it upside down and shook it. Is that what it kind of felt like, isn't it?
It's sad because, roaring economy, record low unemployment, across the sectors and businesses doing great. I mean, even around our area, restaurants busy all the time, and now you can't go to work, right? You're shut down. You can't go to work. You got to stay home. Businesses couldn't open. So we literally forcefully shut our great economy down. Right. Now we have record high unemployment, and it's just like crazy.
25% they're saying.
So, we talked last show, about a few things regarding the virus and how it affects people personally and their finances and their investments. But, one thing I want to get people to think about is this could happen again next year.
They've talked about a second wave coming in the fall or winter, correct?
Yeah, even more deadly wave. Right. So, if they don't come up with a vaccine by then, we could be dealing with all this stuff, all over again. So people, they have to be prepared.
Sure. Now, from a financial perspective, this probably caught some folks off guard. Most of your clients did okay because you've prepared them for financial roller coasters.
Yeah, and I even write to them, in my investment letters. Yeah, I write a newsletter every month for whoever wants one. But I also write a little more technical and specific investment letter for my investment clients, clients that have money in the markets with me and where I manage their portfolios. And, there's a lot going on. But when I do my investment portfolios, I don't use any individual stocks. Okay, so they're all no-load mutual funds or ETFs, exchange-traded funds. So the risk is really spread out. But some people got their lessons learned over the last couple months. If they owned, companies like Ford,
Cedar Point,
GE, Cedar Fair Fund, and a lot of other stocks took a beating too.
Sure.
But these were like old staples in the community, right? And they learned real fast how if you own too much, you're not supposed to own more than 5%, give or take, of your investable portfolio. So if you have $1 million to invest, you shouldn't have more than $50,000 in any one stock.
Okay.
And people tend to not follow that rule if they worked for the companies, like GM.
Sure.
And all the poor people lost all their money, even like Ford now. Ford was down into the fours. As we're doing this show, it's in the fives right now. Cedar Fair a couple years ago was, at 70s, in the low 70s. It dropped to the teens, low teens a couple months ago. Imagine buying at 70 and then having it worth 15.
Sure.
I mean, that's real money.
Yes, it is. That's right.
And I think they stopped paying their dividends, too. And I think Ford did, too. So, you buy a stock, you're like, well, I'm willing to go along with the risk because they pay a dividend. Well, the dividend isn't guaranteed, and the dividend could stop, and often does stop when things get very bad. So they have a stock that depreciated largely and now not even getting income from it. So people just have to be very careful about buying individual stocks if they're retired and they're done making money, they're done saving money. Now, right now, all they have is all they have. They're done working for the most part. No more employer matches, no 401. This is it.
Sure.
So they got to be extra cautious when investing in the market. Again, having enough safe accounts, and then with whatever they are investing in the market, don't get too crazy, don't get too risky, because this can all happen all over again.
Right. Now, do you anticipate the economy preparing for a second wave so it can weather this better, or you think it's going to happen again?
No, what can be prepared? You got to quarantine again.
Okay.
So, now granted, there will be more people that can work from home, and I think that's going to be a new trend.
Okay.
With folks.
Sure.
Where The office isn't as necessary as they once thought it was, and they may try and do without it. So when we do have outbreaks in that, but you still, I don't know, have you tried to order some things, online, or there's stuff that's not available.
Right.
I mean, it's crazy.
Yes.
And even automobiles, they're short on supply with automobiles, in the upcoming months. All their inventory, has been sold through now, and when the factory shut down a few months ago,
I didn't think
they
about
were
that.
making any. I had a friend of mine that ordered an Evinrude E-Tech outboard motor, 300 horsepower, ordered it at the boat show over the winter.
Okay.
We're not talking a cheap motor. We're talking, 25,000 plus.
Wow.
So when things got shut down, well, his motor wasn't done yet.
Okay.
It still isn't done.
Sure.
As a matter of fact, that company stopped making motors. You've heard of Evinrude your whole
Yes,
life. Well,
absolutely.
they're done.
Oh, they're just gone.
Was the news over the last week or so. They're not
Oh, my goodness.
reopening. So that's going to be not the norm, but there will be companies that are just not going to open.
Sure.
And I don't know if it's because of the unemployment. They can't get people back because their unemployment
Right.
is too rich, right? They're like, why do I go back to work? I'm getting my unemployment plus an extra. So these companies could only stay on can hang on for so long.
Right.
So I don't know if I'm sure companies can prepare for this when it happens again, but to what extent, have no idea. So
Wow.
you got to be careful with your money, really.
Exactly. And the long-term ramifications, we're just pure speculation at this point because we don't know. I mean,
No clue.
no clue. That's why, friends, we need a financial plan. We need to put together a plan that can weather storms because we don't know when the next big storm is going to come. Financial storm we're talking about. Wayne's clients, your clients, have weathered this fairly well.
Absolutely.
There's been a few that made some decisions, as we alluded to in some other shows, that he tried to talk them out of, but they decided to go ahead, right?
Yeah, and that's not the norm. That's
Right.
just a very small percentage.
But if you will put a good financial plan together, sit down with Wayne and his staff, and actually go through the process. He has a great process for you to go through, step-by-step procedures, and he will help you put together a plan that makes sense for your family. So when the crisis comes, when the good times come, you just roll right through it, and you can have a good, successful retirement. That's what Wayne does. Helps you put together your retirement plan. Go to today's retirees. I'll get it yet. Todaysretirees.com. That's todaysretirees.com, and you can find all kinds of information. You can sign up for newsletters there, but do it today. Don't wait and put your plan together. Put your plan together now. We'll be back right after this.